back up, everybody. Please, everyone to back up. Back up, please, back up. Let's back up. You need arrested. Back up. Back up. You move back. Move back. Move back. You won't be arrested. Move back. Move back. Keep moving back, please.
The turmoil surrounding Aston Villa's disastrous start to the season has taken an unexpected and dramatic turn. Just 24 hours after confirming the departure of President of Football Operations Ramon Rodriguez Verdejo, widely known as Monchi, the 57-year-old Spaniard has been arrested in what authorities are calling part of an ongoing investigation in Spain. The news has sent shockwaves through the football world and thrown Aston Villa into an even deeper crisis as they continue to search for answers both on and off the pitch. Monchi's exit from Villa Park was already a major story. Since arriving in June 2023, he had been widely credited with helping to transform Aston Villa into a competitive force in English football. Under his and Unai Emery's leadership, the Birmingham club secured a fourth-place finish in the 2023-24 season, qualifying for the Champions League for the first time in over 4 decades. The following year, they battled hard but ultimately finished sixth, losing out on another Champions League berth after a crushing defeat to Manchester United on the final day of the season. While those achievements elevated Villa's stature, the cracks began to show in the summer transfer window. The club had hoped to build on their progress and push for another top 4 finish, but the window was fraught with difficulties. Villa managed to bring in Ivan Gesand and Marco Bizet permanently, while Harvey Elliott and Jadon Sancho arrived on loan deals in the frantic hours of deadline day. Swedish defender Victor Lindelof joined on a free transfer, but many supporters and pundits felt the squad had not been sufficiently strengthened to compete on multiple fronts. The results so far this season have done little to silence those concerns. Villa have endured a woeful start to the Premier League campaign, failing to win any of their opening 5 matches and finding the back of the net only once, a scrappy goal from Matty Cash in a disappointing 1-1 draw with 10-man Sunderland. The pressure on Emery has intensified, with the club languishing near the bottom of the table and confidence seemingly at an all-time low. Monchi's sudden departure was seen as an attempt by the club's owners, Nassif Sawiris and Wes Edens, to reset the footballing structure and bring fresh ideas into the recruitment department. However, the arrest that followed just a day later has thrown an entirely new layer of intrigue and uncertainty into the situation. Spanish authorities have not yet disclosed the full details of the allegations, but early reports suggest the arrest may be related to financial irregularities dating back to his time at Sevilla. Monchi, who became a legend at the Andalusian club for his ability to unearth hidden gems and turn them into world-class talents, has been the subject of scrutiny before over transfer dealings, though nothing of this magnitude has ever been reported. For Aston Villa, this development is deeply problematic. Monchi was not just an administrator, he was the architect of the club's recent resurgence and the man Emery trusted to deliver players suited to his tactical system. His exit, coupled with the now looming legal drama, threatens to derail what little stability remains at the club. Some Villa fans are beginning to worry that the Emery project, once hailed as a golden era in the making, could be coming apart at the seams. The timing of the arrest could not be worse. Villa face a daunting run of fixtures in the coming weeks, including matches against top 6 rivals that could plunge them deeper into crisis if results do not improve. The dressing room, already rattled by the departure of a key backroom figure, must now deal with the distraction of international headlines focusing on Monchi's legal troubles. There are also broader implications for Villa's recruitment strategy. With the January transfer window only a few months away, questions will be asked about who will take charge of identifying targets and negotiating deals. The club may be forced to fast-track the appointment of a new sporting director or president of football operations to ensure they are not left scrambling in the market, particularly if they are fighting relegation by that point. Meanwhile, supporters have been left to process a whirlwind of emotions. Many still hold Monchi in high regard for the progress Villa made under his stewardship, but others argue that the last 2 windows have been underwhelming and that a change was overdue. The arrest adds a shocking twist that nobody saw coming and risks tarnishing his legacy in English football. Unai Emery, who has built a close professional relationship with Monchi dating back to their successful years together at Sevilla, now faces the daunting task of steadying the ship without his most trusted ally in the boardroom. Whether Emery can weather the storm on his own remains to be seen, but the pressure is undeniably mounting. The owner's patience is not infinite, and with Villa sitting near the relegation zone, the next few weeks could determine not just Emery's future but the club's entire trajectory for the season. In Birmingham, the sense is that Aston Villa are teetering on the edge of a full-blown crisis. What started as a winless run has now escalated into a story that combines sporting failure, boardroom drama, and now a potential legal scandal. For a club that was dreaming of Champions League nights under the lights of Villa Park, reality has hit hard. If Monchi's arrest leads to formal charges, Aston Villa may find themselves answering uncomfortable questions about their own internal governance and due diligence processes. For now, the club has released a brief statement acknowledging his departure but declining to comment further on the arrest, citing that it is a private legal matter. What happens next will be watched closely not just by Villa supporters, but by the entire footballing world. For Aston Villa, the focus must shift back to the pitch, but with Monchi's shadow still looming large, that might be easier said than done. Stay up to date with the latest news, headlines, and highlights about Aston Villa. Subscribe to our channel for exclusive content, and don't forget to like and share with fellow villains. Join our community today and get the most out of your Aston Villa experience. Hit the notification bell to stay notified about new content.